Hello friends, good evening, it's Tonton. Welcome to a new video. Today I want to make a quick debrief about the event of state merger. State merger could kind of look like a mess in many ways, and there is a lot going on, and at the same time some of it is quite straightforward. So I want to kind of cover the basis so you kind of know what to expect when it happens on your state. The part I won't cover and talk about is kind of how do you discuss and manage with the other states, right? When we look at a bit the range of the state that got merged this time around, at least for a neighborhood, for many of them, it's not always the case, but for many of them, it was just a cleanup of dead states. So we basically 948 basically got merged with 935. And that was a dead 939, sorry. 939, and that's mostly dead states, like people here, because their state is dead, are playing their city as secondary accounts. They have a few very active players, but not that many. They don't have any wells, and many of our neighbors went through the same thing, basically. So it's kind of a cleanup of dead states. So unless, you are one of the dead states and you are merged with a state that want to burn you or something bad like that, if you are one of the stronger states and if you are in an active state and you are merged with a weaker state, there are not that much things to go through in terms of arranging for facilities and stuff. For us, if you look at the leaderboard of alliances, nothing much changed, right? You can see our top 4 here. Some of them merge with SKT, one of their alliance. They're actually their strongest alliance, so we have 2 alliances that are kind of close to each other. So, we might have to have some internal discussion about what do we do for facilities and things like that, but that's really about it, nothing else changed. So I won't cover that too much because that's not what we went through, like a messy merge with a other big state or very active states or anything like that. But there are 3 events basically. They are the before the state merger, right? So you will have a 10 days each notice from the developers often. They will give you a date, and basically on that date, you will have 1 week after when the merger happens. So for example, for us, they did the merges on the 8th of July, but we got the announcement and more detail on the 1st. So on the 1st, they told us who we're gonna merge with and everything. So they're gonna tell you that's what happened most of the time lately, right? It's like on the 1st of July, you will know more about state mergers. On the 1st of July, you know the states, the 1 or 2 states, because sometimes they put 3 states together that they are gonna merge. So you have 1 week to reach out to them and to arrange things. And then it's actually not on the Monday, but the merger starts on a Tuesday. So you have, more or less 8 days to sort things out as much as you can. Where do you place alliances on the map? How do you share facilities? How do you share fort and all of that? Then what happens on Tuesday on Tuesday morning UTC, so very early from 2 to 5 a.m. UTC, there is a maintenance. So your old state is not active anymore. You cannot play, and your new state is not ready yet. So there is a 3 hours maintenance, and when you log back in, and maybe you will see it a bit, you will be scattered all around the map, right? Like that. So when you log in, you will see everywhere all around the map. You keep your alliance, so you are not losing your technology, you are not losing your levels, you are not losing anything. You keep your chats as well. All your private chats are kept. All these things are being kept, basically. So you are not losing much. But then what start? There are 2 things, right? The alliance level, and if you look for us, we are 36 hours, a bit more than that after the merger. And we can to buildable banner. We can see it somewhere. You can see it here. We managed to build 101 banners, and I think maybe some of them we actually destroy them and rebuild them because we kind of had to change things around Bear Trap. We had different ideas and we had to align what we wanted to do at the end of the day. But you see, like if you look around, we have some banners for Bear Trap. We started to connect. Let me zoom out properly. So we dropped 1 HQ. So we started to connect some facilities. So target 1 is achieved actually. I can remove that. And now south we have a lot more banners, right? So we started to connect most of the week, because we have to go there as well, somewhere here. Yeah, we have to go there. So we started to connect some of the facilities, but it's half of the facilities we connected. So we basically, after 36 hours, we managed to connect not even half of the facilities. And if you look around, we managed to do a quick hive. It seemed that most people do the hive first. I would have wanted to connect facilities and do the hive a bit later, but that's, that seemed to be smarter the other way around, to do the hive first, so that's fair enough. So we should have went with the hive on the live stream yesterday. That would have made more sense. But then you have to do that. But so it's go very slow, right? Because when you log in, every banners are every 2 hours. When after after up to banner 10, I think, then up to banner 20, it's every hour. So it's like 30 hours for the first 20 banners. I think you get some for free, so maybe it's not 30 hours, it's actually like 15 or something, but it's very slow. You have 20 banners for the first 15 hours, it felt. And since, because it's opening, at 5 UTC in the morning, so it's 20 UTC in the evening. So for me, it's actually evening because I'm in Europe. So it's 22 for me at 8 UTC in the evening. So it starts to really kind of speed up the next day, really. So it's after 24 hours that you are within the state merger, that you can build banners and you can start to go through that. And now where we are, they will be available every 15 minutes, and we have a lot to do. So the start is very slow. You start with the 24-hour shield as well, so you cannot be burnt right away, right? If it gets messy in your states, you might see the tension build up, things like that. It could still be a surprise, right? But you will pop with the 20-hour shield. Banners are very slow to be made, so but you get time to basically make a hive. And because see, like, our hive is very small, so let's say we were at war, it will be very hard to protect ourselves, right? Because our hive is very small. So if you were in a state that you could be attacked, maybe you don't want to connect facilities, you actually want to build banners. Because if you look at facilities, let's look at some of them. They're available in 15 hours and stuff. So, it's not there yet, right? And I'm not sure we can actually make it all on time for all the facilities in the game. Actually need to double check that later, that, we prioritize facilities properly. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Banner, the shield, kind of the stages that you are going through it. Then there are 2 events in the game. So there is that kind of, it's kind of the monument. So, you have some milestone that you need to reach and you get rewards, right? So the first milestone is building 50 banners, so that's going to be okay. Basically, what you need to do before the maintenance, you need to build all your banners. So when the game will remove all your banners, it will give you the resources of all the banners. So you don't really have to care too much about getting resources along the way, because you will have enough resources to rebuild all the banners anyway. Because when the game removes the banners from your old states and give you the new states, like HQ, bear traps, banners are not building instantly, but they do not cost resources because you already got it from your previous state. So that's really important to just build before the maintenance. You build all the banners. Then you get this little milestone. So one is building 50 banners. That's gonna be okay. Slaying 2,000 beasts. So we are nearly double and we didn't push or make any efforts. Then it will be holding a level 1 or 2 facility. So for us it will be very easy. Then it's owning a fort or stronghold. If you're in the top alliance, it's very easy. Full control of Fire Castle. We are getting Fire Castle next time, so that might be us doing it actually. We need to see, but we should be the one getting the castle for doing the SVS rotation and prep phase. And usually we have the stronger player, so if he's online, that should be us. And we just give president to whoever, basically to whoever turn is, but it will be ours. Founder escape, so occupy level 3 facility, level 4 facility. You get that, then you have to kill 50 for your alliance have to kill 50 polar terrors, right? So it's very, very small. Contribute 2,000 times. So contribution, that thing, so tech, so it's very little. So that event is in deal somehow, even if it's not like a paid event. There is nothing to buy here. But it's a very simple event. You get, some free gems, some free chests, some free speed ups, a bit of resources. It's all okay. You get some heroes if you never unlock them, but that's 10 shards. So I think this reward could be multiplied by 5 or 10 to make it a bit special, basically. To make it a bit special. I think that would be really cool. Maybe not 10, but at least 3, 4, 5 times. That would be great. And then you have Pioneering Praise. So we won't see, but that's the usual kind of event, right? It's always the same. I covered recently Rookie's Growth. That is, when you start on a new state, and it's very similar. It's like login, defeat Intel, Beast, that's Polar Terror, Contribution Help. Then we will have training. Then we might have open keys, and we might have fight in arena and stuff. This one will be, if you play daily, you will be able to connect. You get the other heroes, so you get 2 heroes from here, right? You get Gordon and Elise, so that's generation 7. So usually when you merge, you are generation 7 on your first merge. That's where more or less when you are eligible, late generation 6, generation 7. That should be around there. That might be Gen 6 if you are still in Gen 6, but I think it probably always generation 7. So you get the 3 heroes, you get the 10 shards, so you get it here as well in day 1. You get some fire crystals for daily login. You get, tiny bit of fire crystal for Intel mission when you complete everything. Defeat nearby beasts. You get some pet XP, but these are very low. That could be easily tripled again. Triple, quadruple, times 5. That will be nice. Because that's very underwhelming for Gen 7. 500 XP, very underwhelming. All of that is very underwhelming in terms of rewards. And you get some milestones basically, right? Here as well, which I find a bit underwhelming in terms of quantity of rewards, but that's gonna be okay. But that's all you get, per day. You get 10. That's giving you a tiny bit. So these 2 events are very straightforward, and the rest is more or less the same. The only thing that happens when you have a merger is we had the local Sunfire last Saturday, but there is no president this week. After the merger, there is no president. So there is no appointment to do. Arena is actually just between us, between the merged states and us. So it used to be for Monday, it used to be between 939 and 948, right? But right now you can see it's only 948. So that means you can actually rank a bit better. And if you do your arena just before reset, you might have a chance maybe at a skin, for a week, or where are they? Seasonal rewards, if you are good enough, if these are not accessible anymore because there are too many wells around your state, that might be the week, if you do your arena as well just before bed and you are, top 5 in your states and some other people don't, you might be able to get the city skin if you wanted to. And a lot of tokens, a lot of everything. So that's something cool. That's a bit weird though, because I usually skip our state when I attack, and right now I have to attack our states every time, there is no other option. So you basically hit. I actually attack other alliances and I skip people I like, but some people might take a beating because of that. If you are popular or unpopular on your states, you might get a beating because of it. And one last thing I wanted to say, but I'm kind of forgetting about it. Arena is the same. They are skipping armament competition, the first one. So we see we have officer project today, but there is no armament competition on the first 2 days of the merger. On Monday, Tuesday, that's a small thing, and something else, but that was not that important. Facilities are resetting as we've seen, and if you look at fortresses fortresses and strongholds, we see you are phase 1, you are week 1, so it's reset, right? So you will have to go again through the process of signing up only 2 of them, so 1 stronghold, 1 fortresses. And if you capture 1, you will be able to sign for 3 next week, and then the week after 4, and go back to where you are. So that's something we need to do in the next 1 day, is to sign up for the fortress and the strongholds. But this is resetting, you start fresh, so that's something with facility that you want to keep in mind, because that's really important to rearrange on your states and all of that. And you get that's very little, but if we go here, you get again the first occupation reward, right? So, you know, that's a bit of teleports for everyone, a bit of gems, tiny bit of speed up. Like, these are not improved as well. Like, we got as much on the new states I'm playing in than right now, so that, you know, that's fair enough. That's decent, you know. For us, I think we'll get 9 of them, so that's, you know, 9 teleports, 18, that's, you know, a lot of gems, so that's all good, but that's little things you can get from the merch. So that's how it goes, guys. Nothing much more. The rest, you know, is after the 24-hour shield. If you are in a situation where people are fighting, and if it's not safe, then that could be very complicated. Usually what they do merger, and the week after they do transfers. In our case, they did transfers the week before, they announced merger, and then we had a week in between, and now they do merger, and we have, I think, transfers in 2 weeks from now. So on the 26th or whatever that is, 23rd. But you know, you can transfer. It's Monday 23rd. So yeah, is it Monday 23rd? No, it's 21. Is Monday, I think, that the week. So in 2 weeks from now, so you can transfer on Wednesday. So you know, you can transfer on the 23rd. So for us, for some states, it's a 14 days to survive. Which, you know, if you're at war and you're against well, it's really, really a long time. So I'm not sure how they're gonna do that moving forward. I get that was because of summer, and they might be on the summer break after. So, you know, some developers might not be available, so they did it before summer break, which is fair enough. But usually you have merger and you just have transfer right after. The game gives you 10 passes. So, you know, if you never bought any, you will get 10 pass on top of the one that you already have. So let's open that, see if I get lucky with you guys live. But no, I'm not. That's decent. But you get 10 pass. So, you know, for someone that need, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's well, it's not much, but that's helping a lot. And for anyone like me, you know, you need 8, 10, maybe 6 if you are not as strong. Then, you know, that's going to allow you to transfer 1 or 2 times until you find a home. And my suggestion is always, you know, to buy these. So, you know, whatever happens on your states, you can move, and that could be a merger, that could be whale stopping playing, that could be some people bored of peace and starting to burn everyone. Like, there are many reasons for things to go wrong in a war game, so you want to be able to save yourself if that's what makes the most sense for you next time there are transfers. But that's it for mergers. I will cover Snowbusters tomorrow, so I'm level... I watched a bit other content today. I think I have a few things to add to what people have been sharing in their tips and tricks, but most of it is here. I think the video I've made last time are still relevant, but you can see if you look at rewards, I'm level 31, and I should have the fuel to clear 33 tomorrow, right? Unless it's a massive level, but the level at that stage, they have the same amount of monster, they have the same amount of reward. They just seems to be tiny bit different layout, but they are nearly the same, right? And to achieve that, all I needed was buying these 2 packs, so that's $15, plus buying up to the 20 pack here. So it's 1, 3, 5, 10, 20. So, you know, that's roughly 35, 38 plus 15 is $53. That allows me to clear it all this time around. But I'll make a video tomorrow about the tips. I'm not getting lucky with the, you know, finishing this one. Or getting the portrait yet, but you know, maybe tomorrow. Let's see if I get lucky. I'm still far from the the marching skin though. But I'll record my tips. I'll, you know, share you my take on it and a few things that maybe I think I can add that I did not heard yet. If you have any tips, go on the Discord. You will find in the description and share the tip there. So we'll make a list together, and you know, I'll record tomorrow. I wish you a good night if it's nighttime like it is for me. If not, good day if you wake up very early. Thank you very much, guys, for your support, for the kind words, for being on the Discord, for asking questions, for, you know, giving, you know, sending nice words. It's really motivating. I've done a few projects online, and you know, some of them did not work as well as this one. So it's really encouraging. It's really motivating to get actually, you know, the feedback from you guys, the input. So thank you very much for being here, for being part of our community. Join the Discord if you did not. So, you know, we can stay in touch, and you get a bit more information and a bit more guide that are written as well that I will record one day. Cheers!